becoming authoritative, um, or building a website that is authoritative in the eyes of a search engine. Search engines desire to provide the answer to their searchers. Um, they prefer that someone has a problem, they type that problem into that search bar, and that search engine can then provide the answer like that in that number one position. If you are, if your website is authoritative, you are going to win more of those searches. You're going to rank much higher. If a search engine trusts you and finds you credible and sees that you cover every single topic, every single question, every single pain point imaginable that your audience, your target market may have, if the search engine can see that you have all of that and you're even doing it to this day and doing it consistently, it's going to think, you know what, they have their shit together. We're going to give them precedence over everyone else in their field. So when we get business owners coming to us saying, I want my website to rank, we want to be number one in Google, they typically have no idea what that means, what that takes. Um, who doesn't want to be ranked number one in Google? You know what I mean? So it's like you don't have any unique desire here. So you're going to have to compete. You're going to have to uh, be better by offering better content, by offering more valuable content. So over time, you're going to earn a better reputation with those search engines, not just Google. Um, you'll win a better reputation with them and then eventually become authoritative, and your website will rank well. The benefit for home service owners is that, so for example, a cleaning company. For here in Charlotte, North Carolina, we can only service the immediate Charlotte, North Carolina area. So it doesn't matter if we can rank or not in Las Vegas, Nevada, right? So I only have to be better than the other cleaning companies in my immediate area. Now, if I was a software company like Nurturely Plus, for example, we can take on clients, we can serve clients all across, like all around the world, predominantly in the United States. So, for example, if someone is searching all-in-one CRM in Charlotte and in Las Vegas, I would like to show up in the Google rankings and the search rankings in both of those areas. So if you have a national product or a national service, let's say, it's going to be much harder, much more difficult to achieve that top ranking. You have the competitors, way more competitors out there. But if you are a local home service company, you like have the world at your fingertips because the internet is still such in its infancy stages. Um, if you start building now and build basically essentially build a habit of adding valuable content to your website every week or every month, um, you will eventually build a very authoritative website, a very helpful website, which in turn feeds your business. Oops. One of the sayings that I like is people who are venturing into, if they're starting a side hustle or working from home or anything extra, I like to think of it as if you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. But if you treat it like a career, it's going to pay you like a career. If you treat your website like an asset, it will pay you like an asset. It might not be on day one. Your website is still an asset. You could feed it with paid traffic. You could pay for Google ads. You could pay for Facebook ads, and you could get traffic and leads and clients right away. In that case, it's your landing page. It's still an asset. But if you build it and you continue to build it, it will eventually start harnessing traffic that's just out there, the organic traffic, without you ever having to pay for it. Once you get there, it is such a freeing feeling. And home service business owners, I feel, have the most to gain because it's not nearly as competitive. Now, if you're like a law firm, local legal firm, and any kind, that's going to be quite competitive. So how do you get content on here if you don't have any time? How do you create this habit? How do you do this? Well, it takes quite a bit of brain power to draft a really good blog post. So what you can do is use ChatGPT. You could say, right, that's a new homeowner. Let's just can. Let's just see what that does. Develop a cleaning schedule. That makes sense. Declutter regularly. That makes sense. Clean as you go. That's kind of the same as declutter regularly, I think. Invest in good cleaning supplies. That's a good tip. Small details, blah, blah, blah. Dusting the blinds. I should say wiping the chrome. That's a big thing. Get the whole family involved. Wouldn't that be fun? Ooh. Number 7, hire a professional cleaning service. Hire custom maids if you're in Bay City. Wow, that was actually really good. Um, the thing with this is, though, I'm not sure if this will get detected as AI content, but you can take this and just reword it. Once you have the words there and do it into your own words or reword it, it's much easier to create that way rather than trying to come up with something from nothing. It takes a lot of brain power to do that. So you can use something like ChatGPT. You go to chat.openai.com/chat. I've already muted ChatGPT on Twitter because it's gotten so annoying how many people talk about it. Just because the tips are like, they will share things that are just like the most basic, like the most basic of tips, and they will act as if it's earth shattering. And it's like, I cannot stand it. So I use it mainly for content creation, like creating headlines, building outlines and whatnot. And then here it is, just created a full-fledged blog post. So theoretically, you could create 4 of these a week, publish it yourself, you're done. There's also another tool that I just came across called Byword, and this literally only focuses on article generation. So for $99 a month, you can get 25 articles. I did a few sample ones. I have an orthopedic surgeon coming on as a client for a new project, and I wanted to run a few article tests through here and see what it came up with. I just gave it a keyword I wanted to focus on, and then gave me the whole article. So this one was just CBD for dogs. So they came up with the title and everything. CBD for dogs, how can I help my furry friend? You can switch through here and change the article, or excuse me, the image, not the article. But then it's just, it gave me a full-fledged article here, talking about how can I help, understanding cannabidiol, cannabin, whatever, I don't know, CBD. Understanding CBD. What are the benefits of CBD for dogs? How to administer it. Preparing for a trip to the vet. Dosage recommendations, side effects possible, is it safe? It's got like a lot of good headings in here. But what I noticed before, so it says additionally, It'll say it again. It'll say here, it's very, I feel like this can be detected um, through an AI content detector, I suppose. But again, this is a great way to start out um, and at least get you a rough draft, and then you can go in and reword things and just, adding a few sentences here and there, adding a unique perspective of your own is a great way to create a brand new piece of content that gets ranked, because you want to be able to create the content and have it get ranked. So if you submit it to Google and they read it and they say, we're not going to index it, then that was just like basically for a waste. The goal is to get it indexed, and Google will usually index them in like 2 to 3 days. In my experience, I'd say 1 to 2, but sometimes they go 3 days. Um, so if you're only uploading AI content and it's like, you don't want it to look like a machine. You want it to read like a person is going to read it. You want it to be helpful. So when you generate these, you just scroll through them, read them yourselves, and see if this is something that you would be happy to post on your website. If yes, perfect. I mean, you can get, what does he have right now? So I think he's going to take this away tonight or tomorrow. So his urgency is working on me. I really want to subscribe to the starter plan and get 25 credits a month. That's 25 articles that I can definitely use. But if you get 20% off, it's only 80 a month for 25. Big difference. So these are a couple ways to use AI for it. I don't have any credits right now, so I don't have a way to give you an example. Third, and probably my favorite, because it's human written, it's all done with human hands, is going with ranked.ai. They handle everything. They publish weekly. They do your on-page optimization. They do your backlink outreach, and they offer their own SEO software to help you track your progress. And they give you your monthly reports as well. There's no contracts, no setup fees, and no AI writers at all. Everything is human written. Starts at $99 a month, but I have not done anything except the top one. $3.49 a month for getting 4 a week. I mean, you can't beat it. Yes, you can. So it'd be like 16 articles a month. This one you can get 25 articles a month for $99, but cost is obviously cheaper there. But if these are written by people, and I have a few reviews on this YouTube channel as well of individual articles that they have written for me. So you can check those out too. I will link them below. I will link Byword and ChatGPT below as well, so you can quickly access it. If you happen to click the link for Ranked, I am entitled to a small commission on that sale if you become a client of theirs, but that is the only one. I'm not affiliated with Byword or ChatGPT, but if you wanted to go right to their website and totally bypass that link, that's perfectly fine. You could just go to ranked.ai. But becoming authoritative in your immediate area, especially home service owner, cleaning companies, landscaping, lawn care, plumbing. It's a simple process, but it's not easy. A lot of people give up because of how long it takes. But with everything in life, I mean, persistence is the key. So if you're able, you should invest in content in some form or fashion, building the habit, doing it yourself, delegating it to a member of your team, or completely outsourcing it to someone like Ranked. It's rather than hiring a freelancer, you have a company that, they thrive on their own systems and processes to make sure stuff gets done. So they can handle everything for you there as well. But becoming authoritative is not going to happen with just 30 pages on a website. I mean, if you think 30 pages is sufficient, that just means that, well, the next person comes along and they've only got to do, 40 pages, basically the same type of content, and cover 10 other topics. They're going to eventually be able to surpass you there in the rankings. So not only just having content on your website, having the habit there and built in as a marketing expense will serve you incredibly well as a business owner. Honestly, in any market, in any industry, but I do think home service owners have the biggest advantage here. So if you have any questions about creating content, ChatGPT, Byword.ai, or Rank.ai, leave them below. I would rather get the questions out in the open. I can answer them there publicly and perhaps help out anyone else that might have the same question too. So thanks for sticking along with me today on discussing why becoming authoritative in your industry matters, how to do it. Hopefully this next year, it'll become a habit of yours. We'll talk to you soon.